Hey everyone, Amari Records here, and today we're going to be predicting the nominees for the 2026 Grammys, specifically for the hip-hop categories. But before we get into this, be sure to leave a like on the video and comment anything, because you have no idea how much that helps the channel. And if you're enjoying the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more future videos. But yeah, let's just get right into this. Quick disclaimer, I do not give two shits about the Grammys. A Grammy does not warrant an album praise, nor does it determine the quality of music. It's all subjective. If you like something, then that's all that matters. And these nominees are not what I believe deserves a Grammy necessarily, though there are a lot of artists and songs and albums that I believe do deserve a Grammy that I'm going to be talking about today. But there are also some that I won't be talking about that have released some of my favorite music of the year. We've got Jid with God Does Like Ugly, Chance the Rapper with Starline, Little Sims, McKinley Dixon. Like, there's so many great artists that have dropped music this year that aren't going to sadly get recognized by these award shows. But, you know, this is just what I'm predicting the Grammys to nominate based on their past track records and factoring into things like ratings and engagement. So, yeah, again, not my opinion per se. It's more just basing it off the Grammys' past trends. But yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start off with the biggest category, Best Rap Album. So I don't think it's going to be any surprise that Kendrick is going to have a shit ton of nominations this year for GNX, which is the first album I want to talk about and that I'm predicting to be nominated, and deservingly so. He had a fucking unbelievable 2024 and is continuing that into 2025 with the tour, and just how fucking prominent this album has stayed in people's rotations and in the radio and mainstream listening since November, which is insane. It's almost been a year since GNX. So yeah, GNX, 100% a lock for this category. After that, Chromacopia. The Grammys have consistently shown Tyler Love. They gave him the win for Best Rap Album for Igor, to his dismay. Came back with Call Me If You Get Lost. He won again. So I think it's a lock that Chromacopia is going to get nominated. And also, it was one of the biggest releases of the past 12 months. After that, Let God Sort Him Out. Probably the biggest hip-hop mainstream release of 2025. Insane critical acclaim. It's been a mainstay for hip-hop discussions throughout just all media, really, even being performed at even with the song from it being performed at the Vatican. And it sold 100K first week. It was a huge it was just a huge album for 2025. Then, speaking of huge albums for 2025, music. This is going to be based off the Grammys trends of, nominating things that are going to generate clicks. Whether or not this album is deserving of this nomination, like for quality's sakes, it's up for debate. But I think it's basically a lock for at least a nomination here. Cardi's one of the most talked about artists in the genre at the moment. It wouldn't really come as a surprise, especially considering how much of a moment it was when this album dropped. And he's on tour right now. He's still in everyone's attention. He's still getting everyone's attention. So I think this is also a lock. And then last but not least, I'm basing this off the 2020s nominations that the Grammys have been doing, putting in an album that really caters towards the core hip-hop community. We had King's Disease and Alfredo 1 in 2020. We had Michael in 2023, or for the 2023 crop of albums, I should say. And then this year's, or / last year's, we had The Auditorium by Common and Pete Rock. So this year, I'm predicting that we're going to get an Alfredo 2 nomination, mainly also based off the fact that the first one got nominated. And I think this is also just a very deserving album to be in this category. After that, Best Rap Song. TV Off is a lock. I don't think that should come as a surprise to anyone. You're going to see Kendrick in every single category. After that, Timeless. So this is mainly due in part to A, it being attached to Cardi, but also B, the fact that the Grammys are going to desperately try and make it up to the Weeknd for how badly they snubbed him for After Hours. We saw them make amends this year when he popped out for his performance of Hurry Up Tomorrow stuff with Cardi, funnily enough. So I just think any category they can nominate the Weeknd, they're going to. Whether or not he wins, they are going to be trying to get in his good graces again very desperately. After that, Sticky. Huge song. Made a lot of noise when it dropped. You have Sexy Red, Glorilla, Tyler, artists that the Grammys typically has shown love to, Lil Wayne as well. And then this is going to be a huge talking point at the Grammys. Mark my words about this. Every single hip-hop category, or just category they can for that matter, they can have Kendrick and Drake both nominated alongside each other, they are going to be frothing at the mouth for the possibility of that, and they are going to make sure it happens. So for that reason, Somebody Loves Me is definitely going to get a nomination here. And then also The Birds Don't Sing. Again, Clips, huge year in 2025. Next up, Best Rap Performance, TV Off. No surprise there. Also, that really was a crazy performance from Kendrick. It's very deserving here. His cadence, his one-liners. It's just a great song overall. Also, speaking of Kendrick, Chains and Whips, two frontrunners for this year, Clips and Kendrick. I feel like this is a no-brainer for a nomination. After that, Outside by Cardi B. Now, we know that the Grammys have a history of nominating things for shock value and just generating buzz and conversation. So I think that's a lock, and the Grammys have shown a lot of love to Cardi B over the years. Somebody Loves Me, again, for that Drake versus Kendrick headline. And just, like, you can already picture it. It's going to be the headlines after the Grammys, and when the nominations come out, Drake versus Kendrick, who's going to win more, who's won more. Mark my words. And then, last but not least, Darling I, which, again, very deserving of a nomination here. Same with Chains and Whips. But yeah, Darling I, three fantastic verses from Tyler. I think that it'll definitely get nominated again. They love Tyler here. For the last category, Best Melodic Rap Performance, this is a no-brainer. Obviously, Luther is a lock, and surely, I'm 99.9% sure that Luther is going to win. The rest of the nominees at this point, I'm going to say them just to see if I can get the predictions right, but I think it's a no-brainer that Luther will win. However you feel about the song or not, I personally love it, but it's a no-brainer that it'll win. After that, Ensalada. The Grammys love Anderson .Paak. They just gave him the Grammy for Best Urban Album last year with Why Lord. He's won in the past the Silk Sonic sweep. I think it's a no-brainer. And also, they're going to be catering to that core hip-hop community once again. Somebody Loves Me, Drake vs. Kendrick thing in every category. Don't need to explain that any further. Backdoor, Cardi and Kendrick. Come on, that's going to be two front runners like with Chains and Whips before. And then also, my final prediction for this category is I Love My Bitch, Sheck West and Travis Scott. They're going to be teasing us again. Oh, can Travis win his first Grammy? Can we get him to the awards again? Just to not give him anything again. But yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think of my predictions in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and hit notifications so you don't miss any more videos. Be sure to comment what I fucked up on and what you think I predicted right. We'll find out soon enough. I'm pretty sure that the nominations actually come out in November. Thank you so much for watching, and that's about it. See ya.